So this fun little roguelike is pretty cool. You start as a hero on this adventure going through the dungeon. Actually, let's go back real quick. So right off the bat, you can choose your difficulty. So you got, your basic easy, your medium, your hard, and you can go harder if you really want to make it difficult. But for now, let's keep it a moderate. I've actually never beaten this game. I've gotten pretty far. Usually I lost my character, or he's gotten trapped in some horrible corner of the dungeon and gets mobbed. So let's see how far we get with this one. I'm going to just pick the skills I tend to like to use. Like right out at the top, you can actually see your different kind of equipment you could use, sort of skills, your weapons. So putting a ranks in, or picking up this skill would actually make you pretty useful with this weapon. Otherwise, you can use it, but it's not that good. And then you got your magic over here. So it's based a lot more around mana. You got even some weird ones like vampirism. That one's actually just kind of alters the whole game, rather than being spell-like or anything of that nature. Instead, each time you hit an enemy, you heal. However, in this game, you actually heal by eating food and drinking potion stuff. When you're a vampire, that's not really an option anymore. Instead, you're biting your victim. Maybe you can drink from their corpse, stuff like that. So while it definitely is a fun feature, we're not going to play with that. So instead, we're going to kind of stick with the ones I like. Berserker Rage is pretty cool. Every time you get hit, it actually ups your attack, so that's pretty useful. Prothean Magic is cool. It allows you to do fire magic. You can do you can breathe fire. You can blade fire traps. It's another really useful one. Blood Magic. So when you kill guys, you actually gain mana. So this one I really like. It's like either you pick up Blood Magic or you pick up Blade Walker. So you accrue more mana regeneration either way. It depends on your playstyle. Flesh Smithing. This one's really good for healing, so let's grab that one real quick. What else do we really want in all this? We should probably pick up a weapon. Let's go with swords this game. I like swords personally. Another really good one to pick up, Master of Arms. So that's gonna up your armor. It's pretty useful. You're gonna probably want armor no matter what. And actually, because there's a lot of lockpicking in this game, you're probably gonna want some form of thieving skills. So I like to pick up burglary. Alright, and we get to name our hero. Let's call him Bud in honor of Digibuds. In ages long past, great heroes bound the Dark Lord Dredmor in the depths of the earth that his evil would trouble the land nevermore. Alas, the foul lich Dredmor proved most devious and patient, for he has been loosening his magical bonds, slowly freeing himself to spread his evil in the world of light. He must be stopped. Again! Once more, it is time of adventure and of glory. It is time for a hero. Unfortunately, this hero is you. You have been summoned by the king to prove yourself, to save the land and its people, to join the heroes of legend in victory over the dungeons of Dredmor. So this roguelike's actually a turn-based game. So you take a step, the whole world responds, instead of a real-time kind of deal. So actually, let's open up our inventory on the right here and our character. So currently, he's got some pretty sweet armor. Iron breastplate. That's actually going to be a lot better. It's going to make you less sneaky, so we're going to want to switch that at some point. In fact, let's switch it out now. I personally like to have options available. So on the left here, it actually will give us our resistances. So you can up and down through your skills, putting ranks in them, putting on equipment. So currently, this righteousness is -1. So we hurt more often, or it'll be more effective to be hurt by righteousness. You can actually put a weapon in each hand if you wanted to. However, it's not really our skill. We aren't dual wielding. So I'm going to actually take that off instead. But we'll keep this sword for now, because actually they're essentially the same, except we actually have ranks in sword. So let's keep that going. As you come across items, you can left click them to pick them up, and you click them on yourself to put them in your inventory. And down in the bottom right, we have our mana and our skills, our spells to use. Some have a mana cost, and then for this one, Zombification, it actually costs 14 mana to use. But it will regenerate over time. It's not a one-time deal thing. On our left, we actually have our like our belt, our immediate item use. So in this game, alcohol is what fuels your mana, very much Bender-esque. Food can heal you, so if you eat something, it regenerates it slowly at a time. But well, we'll see as it comes up. With doors, you gotta either pick the lock, or if you don't have any more picks, you can kick the door down. But in this case, we have ranks in burglary, so that's gonna make it a little easier to get by. So right off the bat, you right-click to do spells, and you left-click to actually do your attack. So let's kill this Diggle real quick. Alright, that was pretty easy. We're gonna throw a spell at this guy. He's gonna walk towards us, but at least he'll have been hurt by that spell. And when we kill him, we'll actually get some mana because of that blood magic. Zork mids are the money in this game, so don't forget to pick those up. You actually encounter vending machines and a merchant, a demon merchant guy who will sell you stuff and actually buy stuff from you if you happen to have any fancy items that he might want. The monsters will actually give funny little comments. My therapist says this will be good for me. Well, it won't be good for you is getting beaten to death by this hero. If you look down here, you'll actually see our little experience meter. We've been gaining experience as we kill guys, and when you go up a level, you actually can put a rank in one of your skills. And so each skill has, it has their levels, has an additional ability that will add on to it. It might give you a new spell, it might give you additional effects. So in this one, for example, it's going to lower your righteousness, but when you hit a guy, you can actually heal yourself if you're lucky. So early on this game, what would you really want? Probably something to heal yourself, just because food doesn't really heal you that well. So let's grab knit tissue. And we'll exit out of there. And I like to grab items. You don't even really need to grab everything, but when you do... Oh, and you ran over traps. So there's also traps in this game. So as you walk past them, you might notice them. You can try to disarm by left-clicking them. So, being a burglar, we're pretty good at that. Some of these will get a little more difficult over time. But those also give you experience, so you probably want to do it if you have something in in burglary or being good at deactivating traps. Although there is still a chance they'll fail, even if you have it. You get experience; it's worth it in the end. So in addition, there's also these chests. You left-click it, you find out what's inside. Oh, cool! Sometimes they're locked, so you spin a lockpick. If you don't have a lockpick and it's locked, you have to try busting it open, and you risk damaging the item. It's really up to you if you really think it's worthwhile. Personally, a destroyed item kind of defeats the purpose. And so, like, this mini fridge here should have food. You find nothing, or not. Sometimes you get nothing. Actually, all these ones are going to be worth quite a bit of money. And so, as we're going across, we found some items, we found some weapons. You can also find, like, rings and armor. So this ring is actually going to up our electrical resistance, or voltiac. So, if you find a ring, throw it on. Of course, eventually you're going to have too many rings, and that's when you have to decide, oh, which ring do I actually want? Log cheese, nah. This game's giving us a lot of useless items right now. Oh, okay. What's this one actually do? So that's going to up our counter chance. So when you get hit, you can actually counter them. That's pretty cool. You see all these different slots. You got shoes, pants, a belt, gloves. If you have a crossbow, you can put a crossbow in there. So we found these flippy floppies. Pretty low tier as far as shoe armor goes, but better than nothing. Let's throw them on real quick. Ooh, potions. I like that. Plum, alright. Potion of replenishment, alright. Ooh, rough iron Hjalmar. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Scandinavianisms in this game. It's pretty fun. It's gonna drop our stealth. Nah, let's just put that in our inventory for now. And I'm gonna walk on every trap apparently this game. Grab arrows. Bows and crossbows also require ammunition, so that's one of the things I don't really like them that much, but having a ranged weapon is definitely good. Oh, here we go. Here's a helm that's actually going to be useful. The Helm of Threepwood for you people out there who know Secret of Monkey Island. This is going to give us some armor absorption, so that's actually going to diminish damage, so this is actually really useful. And we got some crushing resistance, so if someone tries to bonk you on the head, you're going to be reducing that damage. Pretty good stuff. Ooh, a razor sword. We're moving up in the world. Let's throw that sucker on. Oh, it's okay. This Diggle's noticed us. All right, let's try to lure him towards us. Trying to shoo us away. It's pretty funny. Actually, this one's a sickly Diggle, so he will actually have a chance of giving us a disease if he hits us. And actually, his damage type changes. So normally it's like crushing. He actually did disease damage. So we didn't pick up a disease, fortunately, but just another little note to look at with your resistance. We don't have anything like that right now, but could matter later on. Venturing pants. Good stuff. Funguses, mushrooms are pretty interesting in that they don't function like normal food items. They might have unique abilities. So this one will actually up your armor. Well, it'll give you artificial armor, kind of like stone skin if you play Dungeons and Dragons. So that's pretty neat. So this cool statue, the statue in Consequentia, she'll actually give you out like a little mini quest if you pray to her. Monstrous Lord Dredmor's 21st platoon. The algebraic manipulation must be stopped. So you can choose to accept or decline it. It will basically spawn those guys on the map somewhere. So it gives you another chance for more experience. Good stuff. You also get rewards. So again, it's worth it. Why not do it? I've been busting a lot of crates, as you guys seen. Sometimes they drop items. It's kind of like a chest, except you never have to worry about picking the locks if they're locked. Uber chest. So we need to find a switch for this guy. Ooh, a kite shield. We don't have any rings and shields. Let's throw it in anyway. It's going to be useful to us. Oh, there we go. Grab more mushrooms. Bookshelves will give you like a recipe for items. We're not doing a craft build in this playthrough, but you could. And so you get all these pieces, and if you have the toolkit to make it happen, you can actually build new items. I think it's cool, but it's not really my playstyle. Yeah. One of you guys try and let me know how that actually comes out. Ooh, a new ring. Fire resistance. What were you again? You were counter chance? I actually like counter, so let's pick it up instead just to sell it when we find that merchant. Oh, in the top right corner we have our little mini-map. Gives you an idea of where you've been, what you've seen. Can help you, guide you. Oh, hello little blobby. Let's knock this guy out real quick and get some experience. Give you an idea where to go. Speaking of the demon merchant guy. So you can buy any of his items, and of course they have a little price. 310 Zorkmids. It's kind of a lot. Let's look at our inventory real quick. Or not our inventory. Yeah, we don't actually have a lot of money right now. So when you open up your inventory, you can sell stuff, and it'll tell you how much it's basically going to be worth. A really quick trick to do this, instead of clicking and dragging on him, you can hold Shift, which brings quick sell mode, and you can just left click, auto sell it. So I'm going to sell a bunch of this junk. A lot of these things I'm not going to use this game. Yeah, let's hang on to that. Don't sell all your food though, you want to have some healing items. You can also throw these ones instead of having a shooting weapon. They are ammunition in themselves and the weapon. I don't really like it though. Let's drop it. Magical arrows are actually worth quite a bit too. Those Those are worth looking into selling. And sell this old sword. Sweet wand. So look at that ring. 223 Zorkments. It's actually worth quite a bit, and we're not going to use it, so let's stitch it real quick. Well, you guys got a little idea of how this game's running so far. Let's take a break right now, but I'll be right back. Let me know if you guys are liking these kind of games. See you next time. Take care.